Hello, my lovely people. Welcome to my channel once again. There is Bongret1 TV, and I am Dr. Bongret. In today's video, I'm going to educate you on everything that you need to know about treasury bills. So, without wasting my time, let's go straight to the point. All right. So, when we talk about treasury bills, it's an investment platform for people who are saving with the bank. So, what they do is that they are going to give all their money or a portion of their money to the government to embark on businesses, so that at the end of the day, they may be able to generate some amount of income or profit, or perhaps an interest on their money. Are you getting it? That is the whole concept about treasury bills. So before you'll be able to join these treasury bills, it's an agreement between you and then the bank that you are going to sit down and then sign certain documents and agree that you are giving this particular percentage or this particular amount of money to the government to trade with it, and at the end of the day bring you your interest or profit. So the first thing for you to consider when it comes to treasury bills is that if you want to be part of that investment, then you need to have a savings account with the bank, or perhaps you need to have an account with the bank. Are you getting that? Maybe you have some amount of money inside. So you are going to ask the bank the rate of interest that you will be able to generate on your money. Are you getting it? So the bank is going to sit down and then they are going to elaborate you on it, on how the investment functions. Are you getting it? And maybe the probably or the possible amount that you can invest over there. So since I'm in Ghana, I'm going to talk about how Ghanaian treasury bills functions. So with the Ghanaian treasury bills, you have certain policies. That is the duration at which you want to invest your money. So when it comes to treasury bills in Ghana, we have 3 months, 6 months, and then 1 year investment. So you are going to sit down and then negotiate with the bank that you want to invest maybe this particular amount of your money with the bank, and the bank is going to handle over that money to the government to embark on developmental project, or perhaps let's say do business with it and then bring you your interest. So what normally happens is that with a duration of 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year, you are going to opt for the one that you want. That is the reason why I told you that it's a policy. So you are going to choose the one that you want, and then you sign documents or papers against it. And you need to try as much as possible to stick to that plan. So let's assume maybe you opt and then you said you want to invest for 3 months. Then you are good to go. So the bank is going to educate you on the percentages or the rate involved in the amount of money that you are investing, or within that particular month. Don't forget this. When it comes to the rate is the same as the percentage of profits that you are going to generate at the end of that particular month that you opt for. So with the treasury bills, the rates are fixed for everyone, depending on the duration or the period in which you partnered with them. Why am I saying this? Sometimes maybe you may decide to, let's say this month is August, and decide to go and then sign a bond when it comes to treasury bills. So you went there, and then their policies was that the rate was 11% for everybody. That is the policy that you are going to follow. Are you getting it? So everybody who comes within this particular month, which is the month August, is going to benefit that 11%. It doesn't matter whether your money is too big or small. It's the 11% for all. But don't forget, in investment, the higher you invest, the higher your profit, and the smaller you also invest, then the smaller your profit. So that's how it goes. Are you getting it? So let me cite this typical example to you. Assuming maybe I, Kofi, went to register for the treasury bills, and then this particular month the rate was 11%. Then it means that all the number of people who will come within this particular month, August, is going to benefit that 11%. But let's say in the month, let's say July, some people also come and then they also want to apply for treasury bills. That percentage that you got, that rate that you got, wouldn't be the same rate that they are going to enjoy. Maybe it could happen that they may enjoy a lesser rate, or better still, a higher rate. You had 11%, they can enjoy, let's say 15% or perhaps 10%. Are you getting it? Why am I saying this? It depends on the month in which you registered for the treasury bill. So there are some months where the rate goes up, and there are other months where the rate comes down. And that is as a result of inflation. Are you getting it? So you need to take very good note of that. The minimum amount for you to be able to join the treasury bill, to register for treasury bills, is 500 Ghana cedis and above. Are you getting it? I think that is what I know for Ghana Commercial Bank. But with the remaining banks, I don't know about it. But I think some will even go down to, let's say, 400 Ghana cedis. Some will also decide to go up like 600 Ghana cedis and above. Are you getting it? So that is the minimum amount that the bank is going to to accept. Are you getting it? And for the maximum, any amount. Are you getting it? Yeah. So the minimum amount is, let's say, on the average is 500 Ghana cedis. That is what you need to have in your account before you can be part of the treasury bills. So here, what you are going to do is that immediately you accept, or let's say you have like that amount in your account, and then you give the order for them to deduct that amount. Then what is going to happen is that immediately that amount is being deducted from your bank account, the government is going to immediately give you the interest. That is, within 24 hours, you are going to get the interest into your accounts, and the principal will be taken away. Are you getting it? So when the principal is taken away, that is when the government is going to use that money to embark on its businesses. Are you getting it? So after that tenure of office that you opted, which is, let's say, the 3 months, the 6 months, or perhaps the 1 year, then the principal will be given back to you together with the interest that you already have. So after signing the document, and while the process keeps on going on, and then the government has paid you your interest, you can't touch that interest until it is that 3 months or 6 months or 1 year. That's what you opted for. You can't touch that interest until that duration has come. So maybe you decided to go with the policy of 3 months, and at the end of the 3 months, your principal came back and your interest also came back. So you can decide to whether reinvest that money into the treasury bills again by doing something we call the overroll. So in the overroll, what it means is that you are now going to tell them whether they should use the interest to overroll, or perhaps both the interest and then the principal that you took early on to overroll it for you. And when we talk about the overroll, it's just more or less like reinvesting the amount of money that you have generated again. And then at the end of the 3 months, you realize that no, it was profitable for you, so you want to go extra mile. You can decide to go 6 months, or perhaps, let's say, 1 year. Are you getting it? So they will overroll the money. Are you getting it? And then the interest will be given to you instantly within 24 hours. And then the government will take the principal away. Are you getting it? And then trade with it. But don't forget, I told you earlier on that when the interest comes within the 24 hours, you can't take the interest unless maybe that year or how you went with the policy is what you are going to follow. Are you getting it? So unless maybe 1 year is due before you'll be able to go for your interest. Are you getting it? Not necessarily that immediately 24 hours they pay you your interest, that you can go for the interest and then begin to do whatever thing that you want to do with it, and then the principal should be taken away. No, unless maybe at the end of that whole 1 year, the principal comes back and then you go in, take the interest, and then the principal, and decide to do whatever thing that you want to do with it. That is how the treasury bills functions. And another thing that you need to also know, I know somebody will ask me this question, is that when it comes to the treasury bills, I know there are some people out there who decide to invest in treasury bills. Let's say they took a portion of their money, and in times of emergency came in, and then they needed the money urgently, to do something. Here, there is a penalty for you to pay. So when it happens this way, and then you still need the money, or you still want to go and then claim your principal, still the government, still the bank is there for you to help you claim your principal and then your interest back. But with the interest, there is going to be a penalty on it. Are you getting it? So there is going to be some amount of money that you are going to deduct from the interest before giving you the principal. Are you getting it? So that is one thing that you need to also know. So maybe if you need that money to do something else, you can still go for it, but the penalty will affect you big time. That is, they are going to calculate the month in which you decided to take the money out, and then also work on the percentage based on other months that the money has been working with the government. Are you getting it? And they will calculate and then give you a percentage, and it's going to affect you big time. So it will be better for you to stay. Whenever it comes to the treasury bills, immediately you are done registering the policies and everything, stay calm until it matures before you go for your principal and then your interest. Or else, when you decide to go for it, maybe in times of emergency, it's going to affect you big time. So that is all about the treasury bills, and that is everything that you need to know about treasury bills. So please, if you don't understand anything, don't forget to comment in the comment section, and I'm going to respond to you as soon as possible. All right, I love you all until we meet another time. Bye bye.